Hello. Basically, I'm doing this one right after the other one, and I'm going to be doing the Intro to Balance quest, which basically is the first quest for a teacher in Sorcery. Oh, I'm sure about that framework quest, but I sometimes want people to actually talk to me before they just say, friendly.
I say, you appear to be ready for advancement. In order to know Balance, you will need to know of the other schools first.
Other schools, aka both of them work together.
Learn about the schools of fire, ice, and storm from their representatives. Only by knowing the edges will you find the center of things. Toodles!
Okay, so basically I have to talk to Professor Greyrose, the girl who needs something in tower, and the librarian's assistant. So let's talk to Greyrose first.
You ask what is so exciting about the ice school? Well, when I was a young girl, I loved the wintertime and played in the snow. So going to the ice school was only natural. But in later years, I grew to learn how powerful ice was. Did you know the great raven caused the giants to slumber and turn into the glaciers?
Great Raven?
With the force of giants behind our school, I don't have to boast about how powerful our magic is. I have never regretted the day I started here.
Okay. See you later then. See ya. So ultimately, the goal of this is to understand how every school thinks they're the best. Which is true, but the whole idea of balance is actually take what's good from one school, what's good for another, and mix them together. It's kind of based on synergy. The sum of the parts are more than the total is more than the sum of the parts. So, now we're talking to the fire school representative.
You want to know about fire? Well, for starters, it's the most powerful school. Its magic is derived from the dragons that ruled in the time of Titans. Okay. Before the dragons could destroy the giants by melting them into the sea, the Great Tree and Great Raven put them into a magical slumber.
Okay, I know the lore, otherwise, those forces basically represent life and death, ultimately.
If you ever decide to join a real school, not saying that balance is all that bad, consider fire, but only if you want to join the best.
Okay, so the last one is the librarian's assistant. And remember in last episode when I saw that Seraph around? In this quest, I'm gonna see something too, so let's keep going.
Are you kidding? Storm is the most powerful of the schools. Back in the First Age, the Tritons practically drowned all the dragons by themselves.
Okay.
If Bartleby hadn't stopped them, well, there wouldn't be any fire school. But you won't hear Falmea speak of that. Life, death, and myth, they have their good points. But to watch Professor Baelstrom cast a Stormzilla, well, you know Storm is to be feared.
And there's also fire and ice versions of that spell, but they can only be found as item cards or treasure cards. And certain monsters will cast them too. So let's go back to talk to the professor. I could have just teleported back to the thing, but it's only after 5 minutes, so... I'm back!
So, you have spoken with the representatives of the Fire, Ice, and Storm schools. You noticed how they all claim to be the best school, didn't you?
Yes, I did!
Well, they all speak the truth in their own way. Each school has its advantages, but each school also has its own disadvantages. But Ballance draws on elements from each of the other schools, incorporating bits and pieces to fill in the gaps between them.
Yep.
Visit the pond in the commons. Stand in the water and absorb what it has to teach you. Believe it or not, you will receive enlightenment.
Okay. This is when visit the pond, so let's go do that. I want to make sure there's not that many people in the pond. That's okay.
As you stare into the water, you become aware of a great power building in the area.
Greetings, student of Ballance. It is wise for you to reflect upon the lessons of water. It can take many states and assume great power in both storm and ice.
AKA the water waves and ice water freezes.
Water can be very destructive, eroding away both metals and mountains. It also holds great power in the way in which all life requires it. The water has great power in the waves of an ocean. It can also achieve a calm serenity, such as in this simple pond. Reflect upon the lesson and become like water. You too can achieve balance, my friend.
Thank you. Now we're effectively done. We just have to talk to the teacher and get my spell card. Which I believe is actually Balance Blade, I believe. Let's back to him.
So, you were visited by a minion of Balance. Smashing! It seems you have completed your first assignment.
I sure did.
Young wizard.
Oh, precision, plus 10 accuracy. And I also retrieved a balance thing, which I'm going to put in my house. Where should I put it? Right here. So basically what the new spell does, it puts a charm on me that increases my next spell by 10% accuracy. Really helpful when you're casting storm spells. I think Storm actually has something similar anyway, so I probably won't be showing that spell off. Completely honest, I probably won't use it that very often, so that should be the end of this video. Next one, I'm going to be doing pets. Dr. Merle Ambrose do the pets.